Fallen Jaina is going to be first up versus Miz, dropping down a Shadow Crash around the corner, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a barrage around the pillar versus the Death Knight. Has got himself a bit of a fear. It's going to be going for Lynchborn immediately. Actually, if Miz, I doubt he's running it, but Shackle Undead is looking very mighty nice right now without Lynchborn, as it does make the Death Knight fully undead. Miz trying to see if he can back away from Fallen Jaina as he goes in for a quick root into Shadow Crashes. Shadow Crasher PvP is fantastic, man. That's just easy dots as long as the enemy cannot avoid it. Into Siphon, trying to see if he can eliminate it immediately. Big damage by Miz as he's trying to go for a bit of a healing as he gets interrupted on Shadow. Stunned by Fallen, trying to see if he can deny Miz any kind of casting. But if Miz got himself plenty of casts, silence on Jaina, nothing he can do about it. Oh, just claimed him with a void. Oh my goodness, Shadow Priest, man, they're very much an interruptible class right now. Not a lot of instant casts anymore. However, if they do get a setup on you, that was a clean setup, by the way. Silence into a full Void Torrent, that's on you. Unless you've got a defensive, you're done. Maybe IBF, but most. Miz should be very, very careful, by the way. Fatso just opened up the big gate to hell. Summoned up a Tyrant, full set of pets, and he's going to have a Pit Lord on the way. Miz may decide to go for Disperse. He uses Fear really early, but a full Pit Lord is on the way out of this portal in just a moment. The Pit Lord is going to put in a lot of pressure. May just be a Disperse situation. Does he go in for it? He's trying to see if he can play it super safe. Does have his soul ripped out for just a second. There goes the Disperse. Honestly, I would have dispersed much earlier. As soon as you see the Pit Lord, that's where I press the Disperse, man. That thing is just going to truck you and put in so much pressure. But the demons still have not faded back into Twist Another. Just offers so much more pressure for Facile. But Miz so far has been able to survive through this demonic army. He's trying to see if he can maybe match the demons with his powers of the void. Got himself a Siphon, summoned up some of his own pets actually. Trying to see if he can be also the master of the pets as well. Just those from the Void Beyond, I guess? I don't really know where they come from, to be honest. Flash heal right now for Miz, trying to see if he can find himself a better angle with the Facile. More to call to follow as Facile. Does he have himself a lockdown with a stun to follow right after? Does have himself a Dark Pact as well. So got himself plenty of defense and stun onto Miz. Got himself a little bit of healing. At least can go for maybe some healing here and there with Power Word Life. But the man right now is just really down to healing himself. That's all he can do right now. Not a lot of big emergency defensive cooldowns at the ready. Does not have Disperse for a good bit. No trinket for a while. Trying to see if he can Shadow Crash around onto Facile. And then it's going to be his soul getting ripped away from him. The man is kind of limited on the damage and the healing he can do unless he can reclaim his soul, which he did just there. Got himself full. Demon Dog is charging in. Siphon joins in. Facile just loading up even more demons onto Miz, who does go for Disperse really early on before even a Tyrant was able to come out. Axe toss to interrupt Miz, and there goes the full Tyrant charging at him. Second Axe to follow. Boarding next to the guy. Fear on all the pets except for the Tyrant. Does end up ruining the pet as well. Bigfoot eruption. Maybe this is where Miz turns around. Stun to Facile. Nothing you can do about it. Big stun. Fully claimed. Oh my god. He does end up letting the void consume the guy. Well done. With Holy Scion charging now, trying to see if he can just absolutely demolish this void beast out of this plane of existence as best as he can. Trying to see if he can purge down Miz, purge the shadow with the light itself. Stun into Miz in a lot of trouble. Maybe he can go for emergency healing with a Power Word Life. Definitely wants to use it whenever it's available. Got himself maybe a little bit of healing. Oh, didn't even go for the intro. Just ended up having himself the big old hammer slamming down on the guy. Just got him the crit he needed with wings and everything. That was rough, man. Gonna be big portals opening up as Vol's just trying to see if he can barrage and overrun the Holy Sire with just the Fel itself, opening up a bunch of portals with an Infernal, putting Holy Sire on the defensive on the back foot as he's looking for a bit of a reheal. Fear to follow as he locks him down with the Chaos Bolt after, forcing out a bubble out of the guy. Holy Sire trying to see if he can get counter-offensive with a final wreck. Wings available. Got himself a lot of pressure actually, and hoping to maximize the pressure. Gets away from the succubus CC for just a second. Volt may just have to go in for defensive. He doesn't have a wall anymore, so might be in a bit of trouble. May have to go for Reflect here for the next set of Hodge. If he can reflect the next Hodge, he'll be golden. Dark Pact, potentially, could be really good for him too. But kind of in a bad spot right now, unless he can maybe time the Reflect at the right time. He could be in a bad spot. Reflect? Nope, not yet. Searing Glare, so Waltz can't even go counter-offensive for a good bit. Next 4 seconds, all of his abilities are simply going to miss. And I think that includes like Mortal Coil. He's just not going to be able to land on Holy Sire whatsoever. Stun onto Waltz. Does have a portal open for a second. Both of them are super low. Holy Sire trying to go for a bit of recovery. Shield evidence right after Waltz. Got himself a stun. Actually getting juked out on a kick. Does give him opportunity to at least get some fast cast, but it's going to be Shield evidence popping back on you together with a full-on final wreck, as well as a lay on hands for Holy Sire to go for a bit of recovery. As Choco Rocco trying to see if he can hit this paladin very quickly. Leaping in. Actually, looks like Holy Saya got plenty of pressure, plenty of bite back towards Choco. As Choco does not want to go defensive stance whatsoever. But he's also kind of limiting himself on the cooldowns he's committing. He's not popping Avatar. He's kind of trying to see if he can set up himself up. Maybe a good commanding, maybe a good, like, not commanding shout, Colossus Smash and just execute the guy very quickly. Blessing of protection. Wait a second. Holy Sai may be able to recover here. Choco, I think, might have undercommitted the cooldowns, and now Holy has an opportunity to come back here. Choco is going to be the one on defensive right now. Maybe if he could reflect a Hodge back into Holy Saya, he might be in a decent spot. Stormbolt, does he have a heal? I think it's over. Leaping in. Oh, and Holy Saya just ends up taking him down, with Sham going to be up next. There's no way Holy Saya takes 4, right? There's no way. That with the warrior underplaying your cooldowns, sometimes you end up, you know, using very, very little, and then you have enough for the next guy, or sometimes you end up walking into the first guy under delivering on the cooldowns that you should have, and then just not have enough giving the enemy a chance. But here Holy Saya is sitting with a shield defenders, maybe potentially a wall, wings available, maybe has a chance, but I don't think Shamtard is going to give him any opportunity whatsoever, as Holy still trying to focus on defense. A big knockup for a second into Lava Lashes and Storm Strikes back to back. Sunder to follow, stunned by Holy Saya, knockback, but Holy Saya, does he want to stay aggressive? Searing Glare, so Shamtard can't really go counter-offensive on the guy. He's just going to be missing all of his attacks for a good bit. Holy Saya does have the Ghost Raptor chasing after him. Next Idle Blast is going to take him out, and Shamtar did not want to let this paladin out of his sight. Jayhawk is going to be up next, linking around the corner. It's going to go for a trinket off of that lasso, as he is definitely lagging quite a bit. Hopefully it doesn't really lock him down too badly. Sham got himself a bit of a defensive. He could go for a Guardian, I guess. Yeah, okay, Jayhawk. My guy, hopefully he clears up for him, man, because otherwise, if this a Jayhawk does not stand a chance if this man is lagging that badly. Sham putting himself out in the open is going to be a big blast for Jayhawk, trying to see if he can maximize the pressure. Is it maybe going to be enough though? Sham does have a touch of the Magio on him, going to be shifting the power for Jayhawk, trying to see if he can get himself some cooldowns back, maybe some defenses as well. Big Ascendance randomly for Sham into a lockdown onto Jayhawk. Does he have enough damage here? The Wind Strikes are doing a lot of pressure into the Alien Blast right after. Jayhawk does have himself an old time. The last second could maybe go for an Ice Block. It looks like he is playing the Master Shepherd PvP talent. As you can see, Shamtard is polymorphed, but he's not healing whatsoever. And it does give Jayhawk an opportunity to at least increase his versatility for any kind of recovery, for any kind of healing, which mages are kind of limited what they can do in terms of healing. But also gives you movement speed, so if you want to polymorph and run away, it's actually quite fantastic. Ice Block out of Jay, decided, you know what, I just want to tank this damage up for a bit. We go for a bit of recovery, and just at least give myself a chance. The man is a little bit behind at all times with a lag, but for the most part he's trying to give it the best shot he can, man. Wall available for Sham, got himself the Guardian as well, trinket in case he ever needs to, and Jay got himself a decent setup right now into a lasso by Sham. Blink to follow for Jay, got himself full breath onto Sham with a potter right after. Again, just trying to see if he can get himself a bit setup. Arcade Blast follow, does he have maybe a big go potentially? Was that a all-the time? I think that was actually touch of the magic to follow. Got himself big blasters on Sham, actually taking quite a bit of damage. Does Jay maybe take him down? Oh! It looked like maybe he was chipping away at him for a bit, and then just Alien Blast turned it around and just ended the guy. Sham is in a lot of trouble. Big bleeds, big Fury Warrior, big damage, big hits, needs every defensive. Wall won't be enough. Oh, and Grook just ends up running the man down. With Jal gonna be up next. Ambush to follow, diss him right after his Gruul. Grook, try to see if he can keep the pressure going onto the Rogue as well. Is that evasion? No, maybe. It's hard to track Outlaw Rogue's evasion. Even the UI does not track it just because of that cooldown reduction for the spec. So it's just impossible to tell. Grook taking quite a bit of damage right now though, trying to see if he can maybe give himself a breather. The Outlaw Rogue does not want to let him go anywhere. He got him in the really low, does not want to let him recover health at all. Grook could be in a lot of trouble, does himself a heal. If the Rogue has an evasion, Grook will not be able to get any value from it. Does go for the vanish, is going to be able to cleave the Rogue down. Ambushes back-to-back, blind to follow, kidney right after. Does he himself a lockdown? Maybe enough damage, does he have it? He has him super low. Maybe one more pistol shot, just needs a couple more ambushes. I think he might, oh! It does end up taking him down. Well done, y'all. My goodness. And Holy Saya out of left field, just going back in with 3 back to back. Man, that was rough. That was rough. Let's get us another going here, boys, yeah? Uno más.